Hey, Darcy. How you doing out there in California today? It's nice to see you. Glad you came. Today I'm going to show a little bit about what... I gotta just make sure this works. I'm going to show a little bit about what I got for these kits. That's pretty cool. Might give you some ideas. Just trying to see if I can get this to work. I forgot that if you put a tiny little drop of super glue right where you're going to put the crimp, it holds it good for you. A lot better. And I forgot all about that for some reason. Well, I haven't made these for a while. So I'm going to attempt to do that too. Normally, I don't like to use super glue of any kind in jewelry making, but this might be the exception. All right, now it should come out of there. As long as I don't glue it together, this should be okay. Maybe it'll spill out. Come on, a little bit. Yeah, there it is. That's good. Very small thing. Let's say, hey, Ginger, how you doing? Good to see ya. Cassandra and Deborah are here. Nice to see ya. So glad you could make it today. Well, we're going to wait. Oh, I guess it's 2 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and start. Today, mostly what I want to do is I want to show you hey, Andrea, what you might expect to get in the kits, which we have sold quite a few of them already, but I have lots of stuff, so that's not going to be a problem. I could probably sell 30 more kits. In fact, I think what I'll do is for now I'm going to do them direct sell for the $57.95, which includes the shipping, but maybe I think this will be probably an ongoing thing, and I will probably put them on the website, but they won't be $57.95. Because of the coupon thing and a lot of other things, plus this was kind of like a special deal, so there'll be a little bit more. They're not going to be tons more, but then I'll have them, because I know we used to sell a hat pin kit some time ago for $100 flat. Now this one will not be that much, but it was pretty sweet. It had a lot of beads in it, and the pear-shaped beads that you put on the ends of the hat pins have a lot of 7-inch hat pins in it, lot, with the nibs and with the crimps included and everything like that. We used to sell quite a few of them, so I think maybe it's the time. I'm surprised at how much interest there has been in hat pins and stick pins. It's this morning I was on Pinterest, just kind of looking around. I don't like to spend, well, I do like to look at Pinterest because I feel inspired, but I also want to be very careful that I don't copy people. And I know once in a while for my classes, I've printed out something that I thought was a really good idea. And if I knew the person's name who created it, I would call it out, because that's only fair. But most of the time I try to get stuff out of my own head, but I do go there sometimes, and I was looking at hat pins and stuff like that, and I couldn't believe how many pictures of hat pins and stick pins and how many ideas there were, and then things that go kind of with that are not really hat pins and stick pins, but they're kind of in that genre or whatever, and I was just like, oh wow, maybe this is what the doctor ordered, because I've just been having a little bit of trouble with ideas lately, so now I got a bunch of new ones, and that's all good. Oh, thank you, Ginger. Yeah, they're pretty good about that. What I really need people to do is to, if they don't mind, make comments. Like, here is good too, because then, I can acknowledge you and answer questions when I see them. But, hey, Betty, the comments that you enter, along with the likes that Ginger has said, which is the likes, thumbs up, whatever, those help our ranking at YouTube more than you know. And it's something we cannot do for ourselves. There's no money we can pay for that. That has to come from viewers And if viewers don't like them very much, or if they just forget to do it, which in our case I really do think it has a lot to do with just forgetting, that's all. There's a missed opportunity there for us to progress a little bit. And sometimes I kind of wonder why, after 13 years at YouTube, why we don't see as many people. And I realized going back at the beginning, I think I've told you this before, I did not appreciate how important it is to answer people who leave comments like that. You know, the ones that are like static comments, not live comments. And I didn't answer a lot of times. And then one day I was looking at things, and I saw where some girl said, someone asked a question, and I had a lot of comments. I was getting a lot of comments. And some girl asked a question, some lady asked a question, and another lady said, "Don't even bother to ask her," and she never responds. And I thought, oh my. Well, that's not good, because I always try to respond to people. You know how I am on Facebook. I mean, always yakking. So I thought, well, I have to do better with that. But I think what I did is I set myself up. So I kind of have to break that. And I will sometimes, if I have a little bit of time, like on a Saturday afternoon, I will go in and go back to the old videos and look for good comments that were not answered. And I will do it now. And I will apologize. Sometimes it brings some people back, but thank you very much, Ginger, for bringing that up, because sometimes I sail through these things and I forget to ask, because I never used to, but I do now, because if you want somebody to do something, you kind of have to push them that way. So, I'm asking, because I do need your help a lot. I cannot do this myself. We need people to comment. Let's see who else is going to. Dara's here. Ilyanka's here. And there's your Hatpins. They're available in 2 metal tones. Check them out. Yeah, we have the long ones in gold, brass tone. And we have the shorter, the stick pins. I think we have them in silver and in gold. I think right now we have more gold. Bobby pins, we have in both colors. Lots. I just had a shipment come yesterday with more. And these are really nice too. I was showing them to you last week. Let's see, where's one here? These are made so nice. They're like, I don't have my little calipers here to measure, but eyeballing that looks like about 12 millimeter. So you could build something out from that, because it's really a bezel, it's not just a flat pad. You could insert a button if you just want to do a little button and, kind of do something with it. Or I'm trying to look for something here. Okay, so I have these flowers. You could put one of those in with, whoops, down. Thank you, Lauren. Put something in the center, kind of get fancy schmancy. It'd be nice, like little bridal clips even, but they are very nice with that bezel. And also, a lot of the ones that I have seen or had in the past were not that sturdy, and the soldering done right in here was not well done. And you'd go to open up the pin, and the bezel or the pad would pop off. I'm like, I hate that, First of all, I hate it because I don't want it to happen to me, and I don't want it to happen to you. So I didn't carry bobby pins for a long time because of that. But then I found these, and they are really super good. So I really like them. But let me just kind of show you what you might expect to get in one of these kits. Now you can already see by looking at this is like a lot of stuff. Will you get all of that? You would get that much, but it could vary. It will definitely be more than you paid for. So it's a pretty good deal. And I have more too, because more came in yesterday. But like if you just look at this, like there's cup chain. This is hard to find. This is pearl cup chain. It's hard to find. And Lauren's going to expand it for you so I can see a little bit. Thank you, Lauren. It's 2 millimeter cup chain. This is the best, I think, for anything assemblage, especially if it's mini assemblage, it's the best at the 2mm. You can see how fluid it is, you know. So if you're going to go gluing it around something, it's not going to fight you, you know. So there's a good bit in here. I mean, there must be 2 foot of it in here. And then there are like 4 or 5 of the long hat pins, 4 or 5 of the shorter stick pins, and then I think there are 4 or 5 of the bobby pins, and I include both colors if I have them. Then there are the frosted flowers over here, and that we colorized the other day. There's some more of the hearts and these little flat pearls that you can glue to. There are a number of nice, very nice ceramic flowers here. I've got a pink one too. I just can't find it right now. It must have rolled off of here. Yeah, there are a number of them. This is a 27mm, so this would be good. Like, well, the smaller one, the 17, would probably be better on your bobby pin. But if you just want to make something simple for spring, you just glue that in there. A lot of people would love to have something like that, you know, really cute. Little girls, you probably sell a lot of them to little girls. Or if you have little girls or granddaughters or nieces or something, you know, that they probably like that a lot. And there's a big one. It's a little big for this, but you probably make it work. And here's the thing. You could always glue another bezel on top of this. So, you know, you could finish it out that way and have it be a little bigger. So there, you got that.
You could probably put a touch of epoxy in there too to level it, and then
you could put epoxy sculpt in it, level it, and then press it down onto that. So you've leveled it, and at the same time, you've glued it, because epoxy sculpt is a resin glue that is extremely strong. So you got that in there. And then there's a cameo. I don't know how many cameos I'm going to put in, but you'll be at least one. There's some filigree in here. There are these nice little caps that come in handy. There are some of these little leaves. There are these beautiful turban buttons. I love them. That they have silver on them. Just so beautiful. It'd be so pretty on. Let me just take one of these off so you can see. Hi, Karen Gill. How are you? That's wonderful. So, I mean, look how pretty that looks on there. We don't have these on the site. The only way you would get ones in your kit. I don't have enough to put them at the site now, but I'll get them. But sometimes they run out, you know. And then I got some of these guys. These are awesome. It's very hard to get them in the turquoise color, so you're probably, if you get one in your kit, you're probably going to get this color, the squirrel color. But it's very pretty too. But there's that. And then those cone caps. I didn't put any on here, but those cone caps that we sell a lot of, I used a lot of them in the Haskell class. They are so perfect for this. I don't know why I didn't bring any out here. I know I had some, but oh well, you know how that is. So, I mean, there's an awful lot of stuff in here. Oh, here, these are cool too. Little toppers. And you could always put a big glass one on, which this is a check bead, purple, cool. And then you would just build up from the bottom of that. If you have, there aren't any rhinestone rondelles in this kit, but if you have some, they're perfect. Sometimes I coat the roses with sealer to make them shiny and stronger. You could do that. Why not? That sounds like a good idea. You can even buy them that way sometimes, Ginger, but I usually don't. I usually just get the ones that aren't. But that's a really good idea. Thank you for bringing that up. And then I have a few of these. Not everybody's going to get one, but some will get. And this is kind of big at the top, so you have to put another bead. But these are cool. Lampwork beads. These are from like 60s. I found a little stash of vintage ones, and they weren't cheap, but they were reasonable enough that I could bring a few in. So I don't have them on my website, and I don't have them on my Etsy, but I'm going to try and put some in the kits. Not every kit will have them. Depends on how many kits I make, you know, how many people order kits. So this is just kind of an idea. These are cool too. These are really cool. These are kind of rare, but I'm going to put a few in the kits as much as I can. This is a little tiny machined brass pair. Oops, I'll find him later. Topper. You see that? This is really cool. It's got a lot of detail. I bought these a long time ago and forgot I had them, and I was digging around through stuff, and I'm like, oh, this would be so nice. So I thought, well, I'll put some in there because I had a good many of them. Not enough to put them on the site, but plenty to put into this. So you're going to be getting a lot of stuff like this. But I got a pretty decent sized shipment of things yesterday, and I bought, oh, hey, Lisa, how you order kits. You order them direct from me, which that means you can send me an email to bsue1441@aol.com. You can send an email to Jordan at bsueboutiques.com. You can Facebook messenger me to Brenda Sue Lansdowne. You can call us at 1-800-868-4393 during business hours, which would be like 9 to 5 Ohio time, EST time. And we can take a credit card over the phone. If you contact us, if messenger or through email or whatever, you should, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. If you want me to get your credit card, then you really need to call us. If you want to do a PayPal invoice, then when you write to me, send me your email that you use at PayPal. And then I will send you an invoice for $57.95. Now, thanks for reminding me that, Ginger, because I forget those important things. Also, something that you're going to need to know is like, how soon are you going to get this? Well, stuff is here. I can get moving on these probably tomorrow night or Thursday and just start getting them together. They will not take as long as like my really elaborate kits because they're still random. I'm not guaranteeing that any one thing's going to be in there except for basic findings, which would be your bobby pins, hat pins, stick pins, but it's going to be a copious amount of other stuff. And it's going to be fun, and it's just going to be a delight for you, like a big mystery muse of hat pin stuff. And of course, you could use the stuff to make earrings and other things too. Nothing saying you got to make hat pins out of it, but this is stuff that would work really well. And this is the basic stuff I had laid down before my box came in yesterday. Now check this out. I don't think I can do this on top, so I'm going to try to move this off so it doesn't move. Okay. Yeah, Lauren's got it. Look at this. So these are big stainless steel stick pins that are soldered to the back. Stainless steel is pretty rugged. So, and it's got the nib too, so you get one of those or two or whatever. Here's some crimps. I still don't know if I'm going to have enough crimps to throw any into your bag, your package, but I'm going to try. I have big bags of crimps coming probably Saturday or so we'll see what happens. I don't mind sharing them, I just have to have them enough. So there are just all kinds of things in here. There are these hearts. February coming up, a lot of people are going to want red hearts. And here's a pearly heart, which is great for bridal type stuff. These came in. I've never had these before. Isn't that pretty? Orange trying to zero in on it. This is resin, but it's iridescent. It's, I think it's, let's see. Oh, definitely bigger than that. It must be 35 millimeter. So it'd be great for the top of something. Or if you're making a stick pin, it'd be great for your stick. Let's just put one on here.
One of those.
You want one of those? Well, I have a whole bag of them.
Oh, good.
Yes. Hey, Joan. And Colleen made it. Yay. She says, that's a plate of fabulousness. Well, I don't like to brag, but I'd have to say I agree with you, Colleen. It is fabulous. Because the more I kept putting on it, I'm like, holy moly, this is good stuff.
Sorry for the moving, guys.
See,
I'm
look,
just trying to...
yeah, Lauren's not having a real good day, but she made it anyway. Till I can learn to do this myself, which is going to be very, very soon. Anyway.
I just want to make sure you guys get this plate in.
Yeah. That's on a stick pin. So, I mean, all by itself, that's lovely. And if you needed quick gifts, boy, you could make a bunch of them out of this.
Those are great for winter bridal looks.
Or any time, really. But yeah, that would be
but for
super,
winter bridal, because the snow and how
the
it
rest of
glistens.
them, I put a lot on this plate, but I have a lot more. I think I got like 100 pieces or something. So we'll probably put them on the website. Or Etsy. I don't know. We're going to be putting a lot more on Etsy.
Those are cool too.
Here coming up too, so that'll be nice.
They kind of go well with the hearts.
Yeah.
These.
So, yeah. Oh, that's a new piece too. You might like to see that, guys. I was intrigued with these.
It's almost like acorn.
They are.
Are they acorns?
They're acorns. Hay beans for your squirrels. These are acorns, and they're iridescent, and they're different colors. They're kind of like greens and AB and just all these pretty pink, teal. Very, very pretty. That'd be kind of, I was thinking like on a top, like this thing going on a top, and then put that on and like something on top of that. Something, I don't know. What I need to have here is a empty hat pin so I can keep just putting stuff on it and showing you, because that would be most effective. But let's say, okay, we'd have to put this one on first, or whatever we're going to put on top. I think I would have something on top of this too. I would probably do this. Okay, here's a little pearl thing. That one's not very even though. Here's another one. A little pearl thing that's on the stuff on the paper here that I showed you that's going in. So, it's a little pearl thing. Maybe I put that there first, and then maybe I put one of these little golden flowers next. So there you go. That's pretty. And then maybe I would put my acorn thing up against that. And then I might put my flower like that. How pretty is that? I'm going to tell you what. Who needs to colorize stuff when it comes already like that, really? I mean, but you can. I mean, it makes it individualized. But and then say...
Here, can I move this over?
Sure.
Just so then bring this way.
So they can see it.
And then we can see it.
Don't get stabbed the one.
Okay. That way they can see it off of the plate of stuff, because it's behind it as a background.
So you could put like a rondelle there. Where is it? She's moving me around.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get it so we can see it without the, like on the white background.
This is under here.
There we go, that's good.
So there's that, you could do that. And then put another like thing under it. And then, I'm so fiddly today. And then you could crimp it, But you could put more on there than that. Remember how we talked the other day? You could go about 1/3 of the way down. You wouldn't want to go more than that.
Which we said was what, about 2
maybe
inches?
2 inches, maybe.
Tops.
Not, tops. So the stick pins are on the site.
And the stick pins, you only want to go about an
inch. And you will
inch.
find them in the pin back section under basic findings, or if you want to find them really quick, they're in Shop the New Stuff because they're relatively new. So you might have to go back 1 page, but they're in there. Yeah. If you want to find them the fastest, they're in there.
So the hat pins, you'll want to go as far as like 2 inches, and then the stick pins like an inch down.
So these acorns are great. So you're going to get a couple of those to kind of, it's going to be like a big sampler thing, guys. And then the rest of the loot that I have, it'll go either on the site or Etsy. Probably more like on Etsy. This is good Etsy stuff.
Thank you, Andrea.
Isn't that nice? She says you have pretty nice. Yeah. Isn't that nice?
I've been getting them professionally done. I've been getting acrylic. So.
Yeah, Lauren's working more, so she's got money to get her nails.
I go in another week or so to get them done again.
I am so fiddly today. Must be too much coffee. But anyway, here's another one that came in. I thought, that's pretty too. That goes down about your
right. There you go.
About your most you should put on there. But there's that too. A lot of people poo-poo acrylic, but when you get acrylic like this, come on, it's gorgeous. Designers have been using acrylic for years. big end, high end, like Kenneth J. Lane used tons of acrylic in his work. Sometimes Miriam Haskell used it. So there's nothing wrong with it. You know, people say, oh, it should be blah, 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 blah. You know, well, okay. But then you have people who say, should be semi-precious. Glass isn't good enough either. Or it should be precious. Okay, you know what it is? Bottom line, it's what you like. But I would also say be smart about it. Be smart about what it costs. Be smart about if you're selling it, can you get enough money out of it to warrant using what you want. Like, I love lampwork beads, and lampwork beads are just glorious on hat pins and stick pins, but you know, you have to be able to get your money back out of it. In case maybe you don't care and you're just making them to put in a holder for yourself, then who cares? Go for it. Do what you want. You don't have to worry about profit. But if you do,
well, I mean,
the acrylics I get, I look for good acrylics.
We call it designer acrylic.
It is designer acrylic. I mean, really. Are you going to go to a craft store and get this? I don't think so.
I mean, people
especially
love
not
our bead candy mix, and that's acrylic.
That's
those
designer
are
acrylic, yeah.
beads.
Yeah. And there's so much you can make. Bead candy is great
Mm-hmm.
on a hat pin shaft or stick pin shaft. And
the bone beads probably would be too.
The bone beads would be a cool look, especially
and you dye them.
If you dyed them, like Dara dyes them and all these wild colors, and then you
put Kool-Aid.
Yeah, with Kool-Aid she puts, and then you know, maybe add some other beads with it, and maybe some rhinestone rondelles. Like I make my stretchies. I make awesome stretchies out of dyed bone beads and rhinestone rondelles and little lampwork beads that aren't expensive. And all, you know, I mean, this stuff, it's almost like, I guess what they call juxtaposition, things that are together that you normally would not think are going to be together in the same composition. I love organic with bling, you know, or pearl or something pretty with something that's a little rough.
Hard and soft.
Yeah, hard and soft. So anyway, let's see. People are saying, hi, Beats. Hey, Isabel. It's so nice to see you mixing in. Yeah, Dara, you do a great job of this. In fact, I would venture to say most of yous would do a great job with it.
Colleen would be great at this because she loves the brooches.
Colleen would be awesome. Ginger loves making stuff like this, too. So, I mean, yeah, lots of you. I just can't remember everybody. So if I missed your name and didn't mention you, it doesn't mean I don't think you do good work. I know better. You know better, so don't worry about it. So anyway, I've got these cool leaves. They're glass, and they've got a hole at the end. These would be great for caging. If you're in the mood to do a job. Yeah, they're spray painted, which I was never into that. I don't like spray painted glass. Now, to me, that's like I'd rather have acrylic. However,
those are pretty.
I bought some, and I am in love.
Yeah, I really
I am in love. They're a little bit delicate. Almost make you think that they're acrylic at first, but they're not. They're glass.
It'd be pretty with one of those big roses.
Yeah. So let's say you wanted to do like a Miriam Haskell look, which I have several pieces left to make for my project for Bell Armor, which has got to go in the mail next Monday, or it'll be too late. So when I got this stuff in, I've just like got tons of ideas. So, you know, if you want to do a caging project, I've been thinking about, you know, what could we do? And I would appreciate you guys' opinions. You know, if you want to think on it, and we'll talk another time. We'll talk to the group too. But I always do a January class. I've had a January class for 6-7 years at least. And this January is coming right up. And I just kind of like, what I had in mind that I thought we'd do is be doing a big sectional the Haskell way. And it would take probably about 5 weeks, because that is a complicated, difficult thing to make. But I think a lot of you are up for it. But then I started pricing out what the kit would have to cost. And I'm like, this is just, I don't think it's going to work. Because you need so much stuff. Now, it might be fine for some people, and they might be fine because they think, well, you know, it saves me from going to look for all this. That's the way I think. You know, I think time is money. So if I don't have to go looking for stuff and then being worried, did I get the right thing? She's put it together for me. Then I'll pay more. But that's one thing that's nice about the kit, because this kit, the Hatpin kit, is not expensive. And it's including your shipping. And then when you open it up, you can just start playing right now. The only thing you're going to need is you're going to need some crimps. Probably you're going to need a crimp pliers. If you don't have some, we do have them at the site. You might need a drop of super glue, and I'm going to show you that before we kick off today. How I could do that, or how you could do that. There's a few other little things too. I wrote it down, but I'll write it down again. Probably I'll put it in the memo on here. I was here early. My keyboard decided to quit. I'd dig up another. Well, Deborah, you're smart about that stuff, so you would know how to do it at least. So that's good. And don't worry, you can go back and watch it anyway, so it's all good.
Oh, you're welcome, Colleen.
Yes.
I know your style, girl.
Oh, yes, we do. And Colleen does a fantastic job with those cage leaves, let me tell you. She does a very good job. So I thought anyway, long story short, I thought I'd do a big sectional for you, but I don't know, this might be too ambitious for some. So I and then I didn't know if I could get it all in here in time to get started on a class for like third week of January, which is when I like to have them. So lately this last year I've been starting classes without the kits being done. Just jump in. And then as they come in, then send them to you so you have it. Because a lot of people tell me they prefer to watch the class first anyway and not work along with it. I know some do want to work with it. I do know that. But it seems like there are more who say it doesn't matter so long as we get it. So I'm trying to figure that out. But I've got some ideas for some other things that might be fun. I've been thinking we could do hair jewelry that is caged, it'd be effusive type hair jewelry that you would make, or maybe more stuff with this sort of thing. I don't know, I had some other ideas too. But anyway, whatever you think, if you think of something, let me know. I've got ideas, but I would love to hear your thoughts. She says her 68th birthday is the 24th. How about that bowl of lovelies for a present?
Just kidding.
Well, I just turned 68. What are you going to send me? That's cute. You know what? I'd love to give you all a bowl of these lovelies, but sadly, I can't hardly pay the bills right now. But you know what? I need to stop saying that too, because a lot of people have that problem. And we're just trying to have things be fun and work around that. We gotta look for workarounds and keep our happy spirits up and be happy. But you're cute, Cassandra. I didn't think you were that old. I thought you were much younger than me. I think if we all got together, we'd be surprised. Wouldn't we? Although I do know some of you. Some of you have come out to Columbiana, and we had such a great time together. Love to see you all again. Who knows? I said I don't think I'll ever be able to do that again, but I don't know. Maybe, because I do miss it too. But anyway, getting back to what's in this bowl. There are button tops like this. Glitzy, which you could put on a filigree or on one of these deals. Whoops. And then just make a button out of it that you can slide on like we did the other day, because it's got holes in it. Just glue it on.
Yeah, it's gelled vertically.
Yes. And I got these hat pin toppers. That's cool. Anything pear is good. I got a bunch of these guys too. These are really pretty. And you know what? These are actually vintage look, because you know, in all those boards and stuff I got from Mal, this is a board that he sent me and I kept. And it's the same thing. The only thing different is that
it's frosted, it looks like.
yes, and also these are better quality. I can tell there's more definition on them. They're just better quality. These are nice. Nothing wrong with them. They're very nice, and they'll be inexpensive because these came from, Otto Fikes. I think you said that, Fikes. And Otto Fikes, there's a big story to that company, but they had the best German acrylic and decal cameo and all that. And then he was the grandfather, and then the grandson bought it, and then he was doing brass stampings too. And I'll tell you what, girls, you have never seen brass stampings like these. They were out of this world. If Dara saw them, she'd be thinking, get them made black, matte black. That looks like Berlin ironwork. Well, why wouldn't they? They come from Germany, right? But I don't think they're making them anymore. And in fact, they told me that it's hard because in warmer weather, they can't work in the factory. It's too hot to make stuff. I don't know. I guess there's something called air conditioning, people. But anyway. But they charge an arm and a leg for stuff, and then you have the import stuff going on too, and the shipping is high and all that. So I think I would just have to stick with Czech glass, which nobody has a problem with that. Everybody loves Czech glass. And I have some nice suppliers in Czech Republic now, so I can get good price. And one guy even ships free, which is a huge help when you get somebody that ships that stuff free. So, but anyway, I thought it was interesting to show you how, it's still being made. And it's like these pieces. I've had these in Czech glass. I still do have in Czech glass these hearts. But they've been translated, if you will, into acrylic. Now, not by the Czech either. Not by Czech Republic people, somebody else. We won't go there. Anyways, they're beautiful. They're not quite the same, of course, but they're lovely, and they cost a fraction, an absolute fraction of the glass. And sometimes it's nice to have acrylic because acrylic is lighter weight and easier to wear. So you just have to decide. But that doesn't mean I'm not buying any Czech ones anymore because they're just altogether wonderful. But anyway, just to show you what's in here.
Those are nice too.
What? Show me. These are nice ones. Sometimes these aren't nice when I get them, but this one's got the core bead in it, this polymer clay around the edge, and it's got the little machine cut chatons in it that are really sparkly. These are lovely. I thought they would be nice on a hat pin because you'll have to put a stopper bead here and here because it's got a big hole. But these would also be down here.
Yeah.
These would also be awesome on a memory wire bracelet. You know how I like to make mine? By putting the noodle bead underneath and then having the sliding beads every so often. That's such a cool look, and people like it because it's so tactile. These would be absolutely marvelous on it, and they're not going to be terribly expensive. I will have some either at the site or Etsy soon. Anyway, there's just all kinds of stuff down here. I've got 8mm Rosemontes that are pearls in here, which are hard to get. I think the only people that make them anymore are Chinese, honestly, and they're very nice. They're very, very nice. Of course, they are acrylic. Oh, you didn't see this, or maybe you saw it and wondered, when's she going to show us that? Amazing, isn't it? It's like a brooch. Well, they never made it into a brooch. It's just... So, probably you would have to take and put a piece of filigree behind it. Glue it to the filigree. Pull it down so you can see. And then... maybe glue one of these guys to the back so you could put on your hat pin. And you need a longer one for that. And it be heavy. Now, not every package is going to have these because I didn't get that many, but I will take what I have and put them randomly through. And the other day, too, I talked about, I'll give you guys one of these cat. These are Czech glass. And we do have them on the site. We replaced them. You'll find them in just back in stock at the website.
We have them in blue as well.
We have them in blue and green.
Oh, and the green, right.
Right now. But I don't have enough to give everybody one. And to be honest with you, at the price of this kit, I can't give you because they're expensive, being honest. Don't gasp. I have to tell you, we sold them quite handily the first time we had them through. And they are buttons. They're not button cabs.
They have the shank.
They have a shank. So if you want to use them that way, fine. If you have a cute little granddaughter and you want to make her a pair of bobby pins out of these, she likes kitties, just cut this off with your nippers And then it can go right down here in this bezel. Of course, now it's standing up out of it because it's in the way. But if you cut that off flush, put some E6000 in there, put that on top, and it will be perfect. Just let it set up. They're very good. But I am going to throw a few of these in, maybe a few of the kits will have one. Okay. So, there's going to be some flux as to what's in there. But one thing's for sure, everybody is going to get more than they paid for.
And everyone will get something special.
So everyone will get something
so you
special.
don't have to feel bad that you won't get one thing.
There's a lot of special stuff down in here. And then if you want more of anything, you can check the site. You can check it out. See if you don't see it. Say, hey, Brenda, I got this thing in my kit, and I'm over the moon for it. I love it. Can you get more? Well, just show me a picture. And chances are great that if there are any in stock, yeah, I can. Here's another one. This is flat. Oops. Now, you could put this on a stick pin, of course, or a bobby pin. Or you can make them into earrings. Just glue earring back on it. Why not? You could do that. That works. So, you could even thread this up on your stick pin. Do I have?
Yeah, those would be cute as stud earrings.
Yeah, real good. Here's one. So, say that I put this all the way up at the top. Then I could glue that into the top. Well, you can't see. And that could be the top of my hat pin, and it'd be more like the old-fashioned ones. So there's that. So, as you can see, for $57.95, and that includes priority mail, because I don't think I can send this anyway, but priority mail is just a little bit too much here. You guys are going to make out like bandits. So many pretty things to share with you, and you'll get a wonderful sampler.
Treasure chest.
Yeah. Big bling. That's something I love to play with. Well, maybe you'll get one. And if not, no worries. I'll have more of them. I'll get more. A lot of times when I buy something like this, I'm kind of leery a little bit. I want to see how good the quality of the stones are, if they're glued in crooked, if they're missing stones when they come, how they're put together, how they're soldered together, if the plating's half decent. And this is all that and more. This is a good piece. So, yeah. I like the idea of maybe wiring this into a Haskell type piece, which I could do that too because I got to get that project done. If I get enough good-looking stuff for that and send to them, I might get the cover. I don't know. I don't want to hold my breath on that because I'm used to disappointment. But if I could do Haskell-type stuff and get the cover of Belle Armour this spring, that would do us a lot of good. That would help us a lot, and it would help you too. And then I could see which direction we need to go and who else wanted to learn this and what did they want. And I could stop guessing a little bit. Maybe. And that would be nice. Although I do a pretty good job of guessing. But yeah, this is awesome.
We might need to get some more of those.
I think they're I'd say it's about 50 millimeters. That's about 2 inches across. And they are glued in. They're not pronged. But they are machine cut. So they are sparkly.
Yeah, it is.
They're not just pressed glass. Okay, so now what I want to do before we're done for today is I'm going to have to move this. Sorry, guys. You won't be able to see what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'll just put it right over here. Anyway. So, I just want to show you real quick.
Deborah said that she just bought a kit and ordered extra stuff. She couldn't resist any longer.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Deborah. We hope you enjoy your little mini treasure chest when it arrives.
Yes, she will. And she'll make awesome stuff out of it, too. You can bet on that. She'll sell it and make out like a bandit. Because Deborah's a smart cookie. She knows how to put it together for her crowd. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these together so that I can show you how to do this crimp. And hopefully it works out today. Actually, what I was doing, I was looking at hat pin stuff and stick pin stuff, and I saw a blog post come up off of Pinterest from Mitzi Curie. I don't know if any of you guys know Mitzi. She makes really cute things. She came to my shop when I had it and took a 2-day class once. Just me and her. We had a nice time. We had a real good time together. But anyway, she likes to make clever little things. And she had made a bunch of hat pins and stick pins. And I had to smile because most of them were made with my stuff. So I had to smile. And she made the comment in there, hey, don't forget, if these are kind of pesky, they can give you trouble. Maybe what you might want to do is put a dab of jewelry super glue there. Of course, be careful you don't glue yourself together. So anyway, so I'm just going to put a few things together, and I'm going to, come here. I'm going to glue it. You guys have probably seen these. These are on the site. These are the Japanese Tombow millifioris in the pear shape. And the lady I buy these from does not have a lot more of them. She had the mother load of Tombow, and I bought a lot of Tombow from her, and all I can say is I wish I'd bought more. Because Tombow beads are wonderful. And they're Japanese millifiori is what they are. Okay, so what should I put with this? Well, I think I'll put this little golden thing first. And then I think maybe I might put this. That's pretty. Or maybe, you know what? This might be fun. So I'll put one of these in here for... See, this is what's so fun about it. You can just sit and play and play and play when you're done. I mean, don't take time to make, and when you're done, you got a whole big thing of them, and people love to buy them. You know, when I first started making them, I was having a big time, and I thought, well, I think I wasted my money because I don't see my people buying this. Wrong. We sold tons of kits, and not only that, when I did shows, we sold tons of hat pins and stick pins. So, anyway, so I think I've got enough on there to put a crimp. Can you see? I put one of these pretty beads and a tombow and some little golden beads in there to hold it, one at the bottom. So now it's time for the crimp. And this is going to be fun because this one's really tiny. So I'm going to see if I can pick it up this way and slide it down on maybe. Now don't shake.
And this is the crimp tool that we have on the site.
Crimp tool. There are more sophisticated crimp tools like that than this, and I have had them. But I saw no need for anything, but this is an inexpensive one, and you can see I've got all kinds of paint and stuff on it, so I've been using them.
They're well used.
They're well used. So anyway, so that fits right up there. This is so tight to that. I bet if I crimp that, it would stay, but I'm not going to take a chance. So here's what I'm doing. I am going to take my jewelry. So this is Beadalon Bead Fix, which I do not have at the site, but I think I'm going to get it. I'm just not a fan of super glue of any kind for glue for jewelry. Oops, there's a dot. That's all you want, and be sure you don't get it on your hands. Okay, now I'm gonna slide this down over. Go bead. Okay, like I say, well, now aren't you a little bit concerned when you use this on it? It's going to get super glue all over it. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I might, yeah. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. So, of course, you know, like I said the other day, you want to take the back groove, the bigger groove, and crimp that first tight. All right. Now, I have just one crimp. That's going to hold great. I can feel it already. It's the bomb. It's perfect. But now what they tell you when you use these little crimps and stuff, you should crimp them again so they kind of form a little ball. I'm finding that a lot of times that just screws it all up. So I'm not doing that. So.
She's breaking the rules.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Anyway.
She's being a rebel.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Can you see? Just crimped one time. Can you see that? Yeah. Good and tight. And what I did too, what I tried to do when I did it, is I tried to shove it up there real tight up against the bottom. Because if you don't, you get it crimped on there real good, even with super glue. And it's still going to roll around here on top. I mean, be all loosey-goosey, which you will not like. And your customers probably won't buy it. So, there you go. This one's lovely. Maybe I'll put this in one of the kits. What do you think? Should I do that? Ooh. Maybe I will. Okay, so where's my little crimp thing? I'll find it later. Everything's just a mess on here. But you guys understand that, right? You understand the mess. We all have messes sometimes. I think that's how Work Table Wednesday was born. And oh, by the way, for those of you who like to do Work Table Wednesday, we've got to have 8 this week for me to do a drawing because we had 12 last week. Okay, and I'm going to do a drawing. If we get 28, I'll do 2 drawings because then we'll have 40 between the 2 weeks. But we have to have 8 to do it this week, which I'm sure we'll get. Anyways, then I give a gifty out, which is, I'm doing $25 gift certificates now because it's easier for me and it's easier for you, and I don't have to guess what you want. I know some people like the idea of, me packing them in a box. I just think most people like picking their own stuff out because there might be something they've been wanting and haven't been able to get. Well, now they can, because there's no minimum type thing on it. You just have to use the whole 25 and away you go. So anyway, so I've been doing that. Then after that, after this week, we will not have WTW for a couple of weeks. I'll put the date when we'll start again because it's going to be the holiday. Everybody's going to be busy. And it just usually,
traveling.
Or traveling. And in the past, it's just not worked out too well. We always had people that posted tables, but in 2 weeks, we might not even have them enough because, first you have the Christmas holiday and then you have New Year's and, people are traveling and whatnot, having company and all that. So we're just going to bypass that after this week. So get them on tomorrow. Go for it. If we get 28, with our 12 from last week, we'll do 2 certificates because I have to have 20 to do 1. So if you give me more this week and it comes up to that, then we're going to do 2. Okay? And oh, by the way, I wanted to mention too, somebody had said to me the other day, aren't you going to do gift certificates this year? I don't have them on the site because the way they're set up at the site wants to generate a code for you and it confuses a lot of people and it often does not work. So I would say if you want to get a gift certificate for anybody, just contact me directly by email or contact Jordan, whatever. Tell us what you want to spend. And we'll make a code and give it to you immediately and you'll have it that day. And you can give it to whoever, however you want to do it. So,
Yeah, they'll personally make a code for you.
And you know what? I have to write a newsletter tonight, so I will have more about that in my newsletter tonight. So what I can say is if you have never subscribed to our newsletter, you want to do that because that's where the first good stuff comes from. The creative group hears it too rapidly, but it usually comes out in the newsletter first. And once in a bit, I do a deal that's only in the newsletter, once in a bit. So you want to subscribe to that. It is not just a big fat sales blast. I hate those. I mean, yeah, I'll tell you, this came in. I might show you a collage or two and say, hey, we've got this and here's where you can find it. But what I like to do is I like to share your pictures or my old pictures or give you a suggestion on a book that's good to get or a class I might be having or just share other people's pictures, share vintage stuff. I like to share information. I want it to be content. And that's why those newsletters take about 3 hours to write. Because I'm just not that fast anymore. But anyway.
It's a newsletter of inspiration.
It is. That's what it's about. And I like to put, fun and inspiring things in it. So sometimes I'll put nice picture, whatever. And so that's how I'm going to end out today, was with something that I found today that inspired me very much, and it might touch your heart, and it might, if you're going through anything that's difficult, it might cheer you up. Hey, Ann, how you doing? I was going through some stuff. I don't know. I think I was looking for a prescription, honestly, that was buried in the bottom of a drawer. And I came across this, and it was in a little envelope. It said Brenda. And I didn't recognize the writing. And I thought, who is this? So it says, wishing you a day of ordinary miracles. A day full of little things to rejoice in. A day in which everything is happy and perfect. Well, that's not very often. Wishing you a day full of the feeling that you are someone special and rare. Wishing you a day of peace, happiness, and joy. That's something to think about. It's just, that's every wonderful thing that you could wish somebody. I loved how it started out, wishing you a day of ordinary miracles. Because there are miracles all around us. They tend to be so small that we don't notice them. Or maybe only in retrospect. And turns out that who sent this to me was my friend Amber. And Amber's gone. She had breast cancer. And she fought long and hard. And we thought she was going to make it too. We really did. She was tough. She was such a fighter. She was a fighter. She conquered it, and it went away for like 6 years. And then it came back, and it went into her spine. She lived quite a while with it, but it was immense, horrific pain. She took the max dose of painkiller that she could. The doctor would let her, and she said it would kill most people. I don't know, it might have. But yeah, she says, I've been thinking of you and hope all is well in your life, or as well as it can be. Boy, what more can you ask for, right? That your life is as well as it can be. And you know, a lot of times it really is. A lot of times we think things are a certain way and it's all bad, and or just at the time we're depressed, or maybe things are just too much stuff has happened and we're stressed out beyond belief. And we'll say, we get to thinking things seem to be a certain way. But if you sit down and talk to a friend about it and just say, this is what's going on, and say, this is what it seems to be to me, they may see it differently. They may see that it's really not all that. It's really not that bad. And you've missed that. Or not, it really could be all that bad, but they can give you another type of encouragement. I know myself, a lot of times, I think that seems to be like this. And it really isn't. It's good. We'll get through it. I used to pray and ask God to take things away. I don't anymore. I ask Him to get me through it. Like Amber, she did. She got through it. And we all will too. And that's why I enjoy doing these videos for you, because we can find our happy time. That's why, like in the group, I always say, like, I don't want to talk about sickness and this and that other thing that's tough to deal with, because this is our happy place. Everybody needs a place to escape to. So if you don't belong to the Beats and Boutiques Creative Group at Facebook, I'd like to invite you. This is your warm invitation from me personally to you. Come and join us. Sometimes through the holidays, people don't have anyone, or they can't get to their relatives, or just stuff has happened and they're by themselves and they feel like everybody's having fun without them. And you can always come to the group, and I'm usually around because I don't celebrate that holiday. I'm a Christian, but I don't celebrate that holiday, so I'm there. And I, on purpose, try to be there on that day in case somebody needs to be lifted up, because we all need to do that for each other. So anyway, that's my thought for the day, And I thought I'd just like to show you this card because it just touched me so much. She says, Deborah says, if you can rejoice in the small things, miracles will take care of themselves. That's good. There's something lovely everywhere. I heard a story one time of a woman who was in a Nazi concentration camp. Talk about bad. But she would look out the window every day because there was this little bird that came to a tree right outside the window, and she would watch him. And instead of feeling bad about, I wish I could be free like that bird to fly away, she would just marvel at him and how pretty he was. And she felt like it was a little gift every day, and she got through it.
That she got to see him and hear him sing.
Yes, and she got through it too. She got out. So there's always some good thing. And I hope I don't have anybody in tears.
So sometimes you just have to change your attitude and perspective.
Yeah, and I've got to change mine too. Because I've been feeling sorry for myself lately, and it's time for that to end. I need new ideas, and I will never get them feeling sorry for myself. And if I don't get them, I can't share them with you. And that's sad too. Because for me, at this point, that's the only reason to be here. Is to share with you. That's what it's about. If it's not fun anymore, you might as well go home. So if I can't make it fun, so I'm going to do my best. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today. I hope you saw the little tip with the crimp. That really, really helps. You're welcome, Karen Gale. It really, really helps with the crimp because I was getting the other day very, very frustrated. And I got to thinking, oh, geez, I'm trying to show them how to do some fun. I can't get this thing to stay together. But I just needed a little bit better crimp, and I needed a dot of super glue. So now we're good. Yay! So let me see. I'm going to go back through real quick to see if I missed anybody's comments.
I don't think we did.
I don't think so either. I think we got everybody. Uh-huh. Alrighty, we're here. We're good. Hugs and kisses to all of you. You're all so special. Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming to the videos. And if you can, remember, please do, like Ginger said, thumbs up or a like. And then
leave a comment beneath.
Please leave a comment beneath. You have no idea how much difference that makes.
After the video is posted.
Yeah, after the video is posted, because we can't do that. That boosts our ranking so much and helps more people to find us at YouTube. And we need that. But we can't do that. We can't even pay that. We can't even pay for YouTube to boost us. That's the best way to boost your videos, is get people in there who are watching them and commenting them, and it says to YouTube, hey, people like them. Let's show them more. And the only way that can happen is if you help us out with it. That's right, Ginger. Hit that thumbs up button. That's right.
And also, talking about hitting buttons, if you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, there'll be a little bell. Mm-hmm. And if you click on that little bell, whenever we do a video, whenever we go live, it will hit that little bell for you and kind of ring the bell, and it will notify you that we are live, so you won't ever have to miss a video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, clinging. Hitting that bell. Real important.
Cowbell.
And I notice all these
More
other
cowbell.
content creators, that's what they call somebody like me, they call us content creators now. And they always say it, right? But click the bell. Listen, I've been watching other videos lately, not necessarily jewelry ones, just ones to get me see, things I could do to make it fun. And I've seen a lot of things. So I'm getting ideas, and it's all about the ideas. So anyway, I'm going to take off, guys. We've spent our hour. I hope this was a better time for you. We certainly had a lot better light. Mm-hmm. I don't think my hands are weird looking now.
No. We're good.
Before it was dark in here, and it looked like it had lizard disease or something. It was bad. Anyway, here's to you. Love you all, and we'll do this again soon. I don't know when, but it'll be soon.
But we did find that the extra lights did help when it was darker. so we
Yeah,
can
we
still
put
do
we
them.
put the
So-
aught lights out here. I don't know if you guys have aught lights, or there are other different things that are, but they're in the natural daylight lights, and I think aught was the first brand that ever came out with it, and I swear by them.
Yeah, it worked a
And
lot
it worked a lot
the other day
Yeah,
because we
this-
were in the dark and it still looks
yeah,
like we had
this is
natural
like
light.
natural light. Yeah, this is so good. So you're very, very welcome. Yeah, ring that bell. You can ring my bell.
Yeah. More cowbell, as they always
Or
say.
more cowbell.
More cowbell.
You know, you're old if you can remember that. But Lauren did. Lauren's an old soul. Lauren and Jordan are very old souls when it comes to music. They know everything. I think Jordan can play every Jimi Hendrix song that's on the guitar. And will. Someday we'll have to have him come on and play the guitar for everybody.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. If we can get him to
Yeah, I was going to say if we could talk him into it, first off.
He is quite good.
He is.
So anyway.
Taught himself.
All right, hugs to you too, Ginger. Hugs